Hi, my name is Colin Shaw. I'm the founder of Beyond Philosophy, and today we're continuing our interview with Darren Cornish, who's the Director of Customer Experience at Norwich Union, part of the Aviva Group. I know you've been on this journey now for some time and you've learned a hell of a lot as you've gone along. It would be great if you could share some learnings and some advice that you would give for others following down this path.
To try to précis down 5-6 years of effort into what have you learned and what advice you'd give is really difficult. But I guess in terms of learnt, get some momentum. And we were fortunate because we had the catalyst of the CEO and the senior leadership having their conference and recognising this as a challenge. But that momentum would have dissipated, and you've got to find levers to pull and ways in which to keep the visibility and the energy behind the effort. Get a critical mass of key supporters. Even if you're only starting in one part of the business, don't be too squiffy about that. Crack on and make a difference and start to get some evidence, some numbers behind the effort that you're making. Make sure that whilst customer is absolutely central to everything you're doing, that you present into the organisation the benefits that you're also going to have on the financials, because they're pretty damn important, on governance and on the regulatory side of the business. We haven't talked much about it, but what we've done is really tightened our controls there, and on people, and on the employees and the managers that you have out there, really make a difference. And continually through this, keep the customer's voice being heard. And I don't necessarily mean by lots of net promoter surveys or quantitative surveys, but the true voice of the customer. So whether it's through customer forums, once a month we get half a dozen angry customers, not the same ones, new ones each month, who sit down and talk to our senior leadership. We record it and send out DVDs the day after to all our managers, and they talk to us about where we let them down. It's healthy to listen to that. Of course, it's also healthy to really make a great song and dance and champion where the changes are making a real impact, and we've had some great stories. What advice would I give? I guess it's that be planful but be opportunistic. So spend some time up front really sitting down and designing the route map that you're going to undertake. And I think the first thing I'd do to do that is read the 3 Beyond Philosophy books, because there's a real connection between the journey we've been on and the thinking from the first book through to the emotional signature work. So try to design it, but don't be too precious about it, because things will change. Stakeholders will shift, new directors will come in, and the areas in which you thought you were going to focus your attention may not be actually what occurs in reality. So be opportunistic. Find the interventions that are really going to be highly visible and high impact, and make a very big play of them, and continue that momentum going. So that would be my sense. One without the other, the whole becomes bigger than the sum of the parts if you're both planful and opportunistic, I guess.
So perhaps you could tell me the answer to the all-important question, what's been the results?
As I say, we've worked across a whole set of customer journeys. I've talked about the motor claims journey, where customer satisfaction, which I guess is if we can't improve that when we're working on customer experience, we've got a problem. And that's jumped from the mid-70s, 76%, up to 93% customer satisfaction. In terms of cost, we've out of that spend that we invest in our motor claims business, that cost has dropped by 20%, which runs into tens of millions of pounds, by redesigning and rewiring a customer experience that clearly delivers much better for our people. Attrition of our staff, the staff we lose, has dropped from over 20% down to just over 10%. So in terms of costs around recruitment and skilling and training, significant benefits had there. The part of the business I'm now operating in the life and pensions side, complaint numbers, and to give you an idea, we're talking tens of thousands of complaints across the millions of customers, the 7 million customers we have. Complaint numbers have reduced by 75% over a 3-year period. So in fact, one of my challenges at the moment is actually I want some more complaints because I don't want to lose the feedback. I don't want to deliberately frustrate customers, but I want to make sure that those customers that are the silent dissatisfied find it easier to get through to us to tell us about their experience. So complaints have significantly dropped in the life business. In the UK, intermediaries who provide the vast majority of our life and pensions business, so immensely important in terms of their perception of the customer experience we give to their customers. 3 years ago, a cross-industry, all-company survey rated us as 1 star out of 5, where 5 star is excellent and 1 star is pretty dire. We are this year, the results are just coming through, and we are now 4 star, which for a broad waterfront provider of products, in other words, we cover pensions, investments, life insurance, critical, for that breadth, that is the highest performance in the UK of all organisations in the insurance sector. I guess, again, to come back to an anecdote, because we can quote figures all day, but one of those intermediaries, those IFAs, said to me last week, and this guy places tens of millions of pounds of business with us each year, and he said 2 years ago your service was the reason why I didn't do business with you. Now your service is the main reason why I do business with you. So yes, of course, price is always going to be important. Yes, of course, brand and your brand reputation is always going to be important. But boy, if ever you want some evidence that getting your customer experience right will drive top and bottom line, that's it. And that was just really encouraging to hear.
Thanks very much, Darren. So this is the end of this clip on how Norwich Union have gone about improving their customer experience. There is a series of other clips that you'll hear Darren speaking on, and we hope you check those out. And in the meantime, if you'd like any further information, then please check out our website.